In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 26, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Utah Jazz vs. San Antonio Spurs. In a riveting clash between former Midwest Division adversaries, 2 Western Conference teams currently situated outside the playoff picture are set to collide in the Lone Star State. The Utah Jazz, riding the momentum of a recent road triumph over the Toronto Raptors with a final score of 126-119, will venture away from home to face off against the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday night. Notably, the Jazz emerged victorious as 5.5-point underdogs in their previous matchup. On the flip side, the San Antonio Spurs suffered a resounding 144-119 defeat at the hands of the Dallas Mavericks in their latest outing, failing to cover the 8-point underdog line. In the overall regular season series history, the Spurs hold a 112-90 advantage, yet the Jazz secured a 128-117 road victory in their most recent encounter on March 29, 2023. The Utah Jazz are currently basking in a positive stretch, having triumphed in 5 of their last 7 games. Seeking a 3rd consecutive victory, they showcased resilience in their recent road win against the Raptors. Lauri Markkanen spearheaded the charge with an impressive stat line of 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Jordan Clarkson contributed 30 points and 6 assists coming off the bench. Despite a challenging start that saw them fall behind by 17 points, the Jazz made a stunning 4th quarter comeback, outscoring their opponents 41-21, shooting at an efficient 52% from the field and connecting on 17 of 38 attempts from beyond the arc. The Jazz overcame adversity. Their next challenge after facing the Spurs will be against the New Orleans Pelicans. Conversely, the San Antonio Spurs find themselves mired in a dismal run, losing 22 of their last 23 games. Eager to avoid a 5th consecutive defeat, they suffered a 144-119 thrashing at the hands of the Mavericks in their most recent matchup. Jeremy Sochan led the Spurs with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists, but the team's defensive struggles were evident as they allowed 40 points in the first quarter and 45 points in the 3rd quarter, shooting 44% from the field and 14 of 45 from beyond the arc. The Spurs face a challenging schedule with a back-to-back set against the Blazers following their clash with the Jazz. As the matchup looms, uncertainties surround both teams. The Utah Jazz may be without Talen Horton-Tucker and Keon George, both listed as questionable. On the Spurs side, Victor Wembanyama's status is in question due to an ankle sprain. Over the past 10 meetings, the Jazz hold a 6-4 straight-up record against the Spurs, with an even split of 5-5 against the spread. Despite the Spurs heading towards a historically challenging season, their potential is underscored by promising pieces they are currently building around. Utah, while not dominant this season, has excelled against the spread and boasts a 3-2 straight-up record in their last 5 away games. A possible absence of Wembanyama could provide the Jazz with a significant advantage, given their formidable front court. Both teams find themselves outside the playoff picture, but their recent trajectories diverge sharply. Utah enters the game on a 2-game winning streak, both victories achieved on the road, and has secured 5 wins in their last 7 games. In contrast, the struggling Spurs have encountered defensive challenges, dropping 22 of their last 23 games after an initial 3-2 start to the season. While Wembanyama's presence would be beneficial for the Spurs, their vulnerability on both ends of the court remains a concern. In this context, the balance tips in favor of the Jazz. The resurgence of the Utah Jazz, with 5 wins in their last 7 games, adds an intriguing dynamic to this matchup. Their notable comeback against the Raptors and the Spurs' recent struggles position the Jazz favorably. Considering the Spurs' potential absence of their key player, Victor Wembanyama, the Utah Jazz to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Examining the statistics, the over has hit in 17 of Utah's 30 games this season, with 1 push. However, turnovers have been a consistent issue for the Jazz, ranking 30th in the league with an average of 16.7 per game. Their tempo, averaging 99.1 possessions per game, places them 16th in the league. On the other hand, the San Antonio Spurs have surpassed the total in 19 of their 28 games this season. With an average of 15.8 turnovers per game, the Spurs rank 28th in the league. But their fast-paced style is evident as they stand third in the league in tempo, averaging 102.4 possessions per game. Anticipating a game with numerous transition opportunities due to turnovers, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings vs. Portland Trail Blazers. The Sacramento Kings are set to embark on a journey to the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon, where they will lock horns with the Portland Trail Blazers. Currently occupying the 4th spot in the Western Conference, the Kings boast a commendable record of 17 wins and 11 losses. In contrast, the Trail Blazers find themselves in the 14th position with a struggling 7-21 record. Notably, the Kings emerged victorious in their sole encounter with the Trail Blazers earlier in the season. In recent outings, the Sacramento Kings have exhibited a relatively strong performance, securing victories in 6 of their last 9 games. However, their momentum was dealt a blow in their previous match against the Timberwolves, where they suffered a convincing 110-98 defeat. Despite the setback, De'Aaron Fox showcased his leadership, contributing 27 points and 6 assists. Keegan Murray added 20 points to the tally, and Domantas Sabonis recorded an impressive triple-double with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. The Kings faced early offensive struggles, shooting 43% from the field and 8 of 33 from beyond the arc. Although they found themselves trailing by 22 points in the first quarter, a late surge narrowed the gap, concluding with a 12-point deficit. Conversely, the Portland Trail Blazers are currently mired in a significant slump, suffering losses in 9 of their last 10 games. Eager to break a 2-game skid, they come off a resounding 126-106 road defeat against the Warriors. Anthony Simons led the team with 25 points, complemented by 17 points each from Jerami Grant and Malcolm Brogdon. Despite a strong start, shooting 45% from the field and 13 of 35 from the three-point line, the Trail Blazers faltered in the second quarter, managing only 16 points and trailing for the remainder of the game. Following this matchup, the Blazers are scheduled to face the Spurs. The injury report adds an element of uncertainty to the game, with the Kings potentially missing key players like Alex Len and Malik Monk, both listed as questionable. On the Trail Blazers side, Deandre Ayton and Shedon Sharpe are also labeled as questionable, further contributing to the unpredictability of the matchup. While a comfortable victory for the Sacramento Kings might be expected, given their superior team status, their inconsistency on the road and recent failures to cover in 3 out of the last 4 games introduce an element of doubt. The Portland Trail Blazers, who took the Kings to overtime in early November and now benefit from the presence of Anthony Simons, are poised for a competitive showing. Although Portland's offensive prowess may not secure them a win, their solid defense could prevent Sacramento from running away with the game. The Kings' defensive struggles, ranking in the bottom 10 this season, provide an opportunity for the Trail Blazers to capitalize and accumulate points. Anticipating a closely contested match, reminiscent of their earlier meeting with a final score of 118-121, the Portland Trail Blazers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In terms of scoring trends, the Sacramento Kings have been averaging 112 points in their last 3 games while conceding an average of 120 points. On the other hand, the Portland Trail Blazers have averaged 111 points in their last 3 games, allowing an average of 116 points per game. Considering these averages along with season and home-away statistics, a projected total of 227 points emerges. Factoring in the pace of both teams, which stands at 102 possessions per game, leads us to a low-scoring affair in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Charlotte Hornets vs. Los Angeles Clippers. The upcoming clash in the 2023-2024 NBA season is set to take place on Tuesday, December 26th, featuring the Charlotte Hornets and the Los Angeles Clippers in a cross-conference showdown at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. This encounter holds special significance as Charlotte and Los Angeles are set to face off for the first time this season. Notably, the Clippers are eyeing their 11th consecutive victory over the Hornets, adding an extra layer of anticipation to this matchup. The Charlotte Hornets find themselves in a challenging situation, grappling with a recent downturn in performance. Having suffered defeats in 11 of their last 13 games, the Hornets are eager to halt a 7-game losing streak. Their most recent setback occurred in a 102-95 loss to the Nuggets on Saturday, with Miles Bridges leading the team with 22 points. Despite a promising first half where they scored 60 points, the Hornets struggled in the third quarter, managing only 9 points. As they embark on a 6-game road trip, their upcoming opponents include the Lakers, Suns, Nuggets, Kings, and Bulls. Conversely, the Los Angeles Clippers, after enjoying a 9-game winning streak, now find themselves seeking redemption following a 2-game skid. Their latest setback was a resounding 145-108 loss to the Celtics on Saturday. Paul George led the team with 21 points, but the Clippers faced a significant deficit, conceding 40 points in the second quarter. Looking ahead, the Clippers are scheduled to take on the Grizzlies after their matchup with the Hornets. The Clippers may face challenges in terms of player availability, with Kawhi Leonard listed as questionable for the upcoming game. In contrast, the Hornets are entering the contest with an unchanged roster. Despite potential absences, the Clippers are still considered favorites against the Hornets. The Hornets, on the other hand, have their share of injury concerns, with LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams unavailable, while Terry Rozier and Brandon Miller are listed as questionable. The defensive struggles of the Charlotte Hornets could play into the hands of the Los Angeles Clippers, who are expected to capitalize on offensive opportunities in this matchup. Notably, the Clippers boast an 8-2 record against the spread in their last 10 encounters with the Hornets. Additionally, the Clippers hold a 5-2 record against the spread in their last 7 games and an impressive 13-5 record against the spread in their previous 18 matchups against Southeast Division teams. Conversely, Charlotte has struggled with a 2-4 record against the spread in its last 6 games and a challenging 1-7 record against the spread in its last 8 away games. Although the Clippers face challenges in their recent game against Boston, the potential return of Kawhi Leonard on Tuesday could bolster their offensive prowess. With Leonard back in the lineup, the Clippers aim to secure victory by efficiently scoring and limiting the struggling Hornets' offense. Currently, Charlotte stands at 11-16 against the spread and holds a 4-8 record as road underdogs. Despite recent struggles for both teams, the Clippers are poised to bounce back, especially on their home court where they boast an 11-4 record straight up. The anticipation of Leonard's return further solidifies the Clippers' position as favorites. Therefore, the Los Angeles Clippers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Turning to the total points, the under seems to be a favorable option in this game. The Charlotte Hornets are expected to face challenges in scoring, and the Los Angeles Clippers, known for their solid defense, tend to play at a slower pace. Throughout the season, the Clippers have a 16-12-1 record in hitting the under, with a particularly strong 9-5-1 record at home. On the other hand, Charlotte holds a 12-15 record concerning the total points. Notably, the Clippers' pace ranks 21st at 100.8, while the Hornets rank 17th with a pace of 101.3. The expectation is that Charlotte will struggle to surpass the 100-point mark. Consequently, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.